just a little bit of news on my end. Jen and I are moving back to Colorado. So we decided last year that we wanted to move back there. That's where we got married. So I'm really excited about that. And that is actually what caused this sudden and unexpected jump into 4.5. It is something that I've been planning on doing for some time, but not something that I thought I was going to be doing while I still had dark hair. I thought I was going to be saving that until I was getting into my Q4 of life, if you will. So no time like the present, right? There's going to be a lot of great subject matter out there. May as well bite the bullet and jump into it now. So I wanted to take a moment today to kind of go through some of the new pieces of gear that I had to get breaking into 4x5. Luckily, I've been shooting on 35mm for a long time, so there was a lot of things that overlapped into my gear, but there still are some pretty specific things that I needed to get for 4x5 photography. So aside from the camera, I had to get a spot meter. This is something that is, in my opinion, it's something that's necessary. It's 1 degree of separation, so it's a very, very tight, finite measuring point. So this is important to me because I'll be metering a lot of things at distance, and for 4x5 you really need to be conscientious of what it is you're metering. So this to me is an essential item. What else do we have here? I had to get a loupe. This is a loupe that you use to focus on the ground glass. I did realize later though, after I bought this small one, this was a couple bucks on Amazon, I had one of these DSLR screen magnifiers. So I just found this the other day and was like, I wonder, popped it on, and sure enough. So I've got this cool lanyard for it that I can wear out in the field and look totally awesome. People will assume that I know what I'm doing. So next I have my film holders. I've got 7 of these I bought as a batch on eBay. Actually from the guy who sold me the camera. He gave me a really nice deal on these. I thought these were gonna be like, no big deal, I'll pick up a few film holders. These things are expensive. So if you are buying your camera used, it might not hurt to ask whoever you're buying it from if they have any film holders that they can include in the sale. Just a little tip, because they can get pretty expensive. I have been practicing loading the film. My first few times and attempts loading the film into the holders resulted in me getting clammy, sweaty hands, getting nerve-wracked, and really kind of having a mini meltdown. So I went back after the fact and I cut out a 4" by 5" sheet of cardstock just from a file folder and put some notches on that and started practicing with that. I started feeling comfortable, went in for attempt number 2, and again, I got flustered, couldn't figure out how I wanted to hold things. So I just decided then and there, while I had my hands in the bag, that I was just gonna take a sheet of film and put it up in smoke, give it to the gods, and hopefully they will reward you with a little bit of more accurate feel and muscle memory when you are practicing loading the film holders. It's definitely helped me get better at loading them. I'm still not 100%. I don't feel 100% with the load at this point, but we're getting there. The next item that I purchased was my new changing tent. I found that with 4x5, it's a little bit more cumbersome. It requires a little bit more room, and that's why I think you should practice. Take it from me, because I'm screwing up quite a bit. Or just get yourself in a space where you can be confident that you're in a blacked out room or environment, that you can have a little bit of space to maneuver. The next thing I bought was educational materials. I bought the 3 books in the series of Ansel Adams written books, the camera, the negative, and the print. These to me, and in the opinions of many others, are a really excellent starting and possibly ending point. So yeah, I mean, that's just a quick rundown of some of the gear that I had to buy. I had a question that I wanted to ask. Oh, I have a question about my lens. When I am storing the lens on the camera as it is now, is it better to keep the shutter open or keep the shutter closed? Is there any benefit to either? Is it healthier one way or the other? If anybody knows, let me know. That's it. That's all I got for you. I'll see you guys in the next video.